What's up, fellas? Another day, another dollar. So today I want to talk about it's actually, I've been asked a couple of times this question, whether having an automatic JDM car is worth it. Is it still considered as a proper JDM? I mean, look, you probably think when you hear the word JDM, it's always manual, turbo, or high power, modified. But the thing is, like, it's actually really common to own a automatic JDM car these days. There's obviously good sides and the bad side of it. I want to talk about the good sides first, obviously, and then we get into having a look at what are the bad sides of owning an automatic JDM car. Alrighty, so let's talk about the good side about owning an automatic JDM car. When it comes to price wise, obviously automatic car will be cheaper than the manual. And when it comes to traffic, if you're in the inner city or you're one of those people who drives a lot, obviously it's going to be a huge benefit for you and less stress when you start driving around. And third, most of the JDM cars actually come in automatic. If you're looking for a JDM car, obviously it will be easier for you because there's more options out there. So let's talk about the downside of owning an automatic JDM car. Downside is when it comes to reselling. Obviously, because you bought it for cheaper, when you're trying to sell it, it has to be cheap as well, because not many people want to buy an automatic JDM car. Especially when it comes to Supras, Skylines, Evos, Subarus, people tend to look for a manual car of those kinds because when you're driving, it feels different compared to driving automatic. Manual cars you feel like you're in control of the car. So obviously, when it comes to reselling, and if it's an automatic, you probably have to spend a bit of time on the listing, and you gotta wait for the right buyer to come through. So, yeah. And also, because these are JDM, they're considered as classics now. So obviously the automatic gearbox is a bit laggy compared to the modern day automatic gearboxes. So obviously driving around in one of those, it's not going to be that much of fun, or you don't feel like you're driving a JDM car, so you tend to get bored of it. That are some common issues when it comes to owning an automatic JDM car. Let's talk about the challenges you face if you buy a automatic JDM car. So one of the common ones is I hear all the time, people are I want to manual convert it. So yeah, you can do manual conversions. I've done so many manual conversions on JDM cars, and look, the tricky part is finding parts. If you're going manual conversion, you need the clutch pedal, you need all the slave cylinders, master cylinders, all the brackets, all the mounts to suit the manual transmission. Obviously, you gotta start looking for second-hand parts. If you can get access to all these parts easily, I mean, yeah, go ahead. But it's not tricky, but there's a bit of a time you gotta spend on it and try and find all these parts, and heaps of modifications needs to be done. Obviously, starting from the gear shifters, the surroundings, and sometimes even the cluster needs to be replaced, because if you have automatic cluster, it's got the whole automatic patterns and everything, so you got to find the manual cluster, which could be difficult sometimes, but if you know where to look, you probably find the parts properly. One of the other things is maintain wise. So with these older transmissions, they're pretty much old school, so it's hard to find filters, gaskets, or whatnot, you know, like when it comes to manual transmission, it's pretty much the oil. There's no much of parts needed to do a service on it. But when it comes to automatic, obviously you need to find the right filter, right gaskets, whatnot. Also, another issue that we came across, because we work on so many JDM cars, sometimes making that extra power on an automatic transmission could be difficult. only because they're not rated for high horsepower. These are like 25-year-old car, yeah. So back in the day, 300 kilowatts that's a huge amount of power for a car. So obviously these transmissions are only modified to rate it for that kind of power. So say if you want to push like, I don't know, 500 kilowatts or something like that, and if you have an old automatic transmission in this car, obviously there's going to be heaps of slipping, your torque converter is not going to be helping you out. There's so many issues that you're going to face when it comes to dealing with these older model transmissions, you know. I guess that's some of the challenges that you face when it comes to dealing with the older automatic JDM cars. In conclusion, is it worth having an automatic JDM car? Look, like I said, there's two sides to it. It depends on your goal. If you want a car just to do daily driven, and if you need the comfort, obviously go for it. But if you're looking performance wise, so if you're thinking, oh yeah, I want to do this, that, and go for track days, or go for drag racing, or go out with the boys to Mexico City and give it a shot and see what it does. I guess in that way it's better for you to buy a manual JDM car. You can buy an automatic JDM car and convert it. Like I said, it can cost a bit more than what you think. End of the day, the best car is the one that fits your lifestyle and budget. So you decide what you want to do, whatever car you want to get. Also, make sure you give it a thumbs up, like, share, comment on this video for more content. See you soon.